Hi, I have a question. Like your character Hughes and Roy Mustang, is like Roy had his way in the show? What would exactly happen if basically Roy has enough, he really wants to take care of Hughes because he's really sick of you showing.
You want to get rid of him?
Yeah.
I don't think he can take him out.
Really?
I think Hughes is smarter than Roy.
Yeah. I was like, come on, what's the play off him?
Yeah, but I think he would know that, and he knows it. He went to academy with the guy, you know. He knows everything about him. He knows every move. I don't think he'd stand a chance now. Yeah.
I think my point has been beaten.
Well, thank you for the challenge. Hi.
I was just curious as to what character you want on Virgin Rock.
Sorry, Mark.
I could see you as a narrator.
Garrett. All right. Thank you. Hi.
I wanted to know what you thought of when you had voiced the acting part as Krillin being responsible for Goku's character going into revenge twice.
What? You mean his death motivated Goku?
Yeah, twice.
I think that's awesome. It's like whatever it takes, you know. Go on, my gosh, you know, that kid needs some motivation, doesn't he? I'm almost dead. You think you can fight yet? I'm still a little scared. Okay, maybe I need to, like, you know, get my ear chopped off or something. Will that help? Now I'm angry. That kid had issues too. You're welcome. Hi.
Hey, honestly, I just want to know what your personal most memorable moment is while working on FFA.
It was probably when the scene where Hughes is eating apple pie and he's talking to Roy. And in that scene, Mike McFarlane was directing it. He wanted it to be very realistic sounding eating. So he said, here, I'll get some donuts, you know. We wanted these donuts to get into the voice, right? So I was eating a donut the whole time. But in between takes, I was eating more donuts. So we finished that little scene. He goes, okay, now give me my donuts back. And I went, back. Wait a while. All right.
So how integral is improvisation in your song? Does it play a big part in your role?
You know, it doesn't have to, but I think it comes in handy if you can improvise, especially if you can improvise to mouth flaps. And that's a different thing too. I did a lot of theater directing before I was a voice actor, so I knew a lot of actors in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I would bring them in to record, and they couldn't match the mouth flaps. You know, it's a rhythmic talent. You either got it or you don't. So, but after a while, if you're good at that, you get to where you can just improvise to the mouth flaps, which we do all the time, and that can come in handy. Especially if the script is written kind of sloppily, which occasionally a script doesn't quite match the flaps, and if you go, you know, we just said it like this, and the director goes, oh, thank you, I don't have to write it on the spot. You know? So it can come in handy that way. I also directed a lot of the Loop in the Third movies for Funimation, like all but one actually. And I told the cast, because the cast is really good at improvising, that the script is just a rough draft. If you can say that, have the thing mean the same thing, but say it funnier or have a feeling behind it, please do. And I think we got some of the best lines that way. I've seen scripts that have nothing to do with what we said. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. So I'm going to try to word this the best I can. So have you ever had times where you were kind of stuck, or had an issue, and you felt yourself going back to characters that you had voiced before and thinking of what they would do in your spot? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know where you're going, but no. I generally, I really just want to know what this character is about and where they're coming from. And like, if the show has a long run, like One Piece or Dragon Ball Z, I'll actually read the manga. Because the manga is a really good way to get into the character. Because when you're reading a comic book, you have voices in your head, right, for each of these characters. So I just do that voice that I hear. And I think it can come off much more believable, or at least more accurate, to what the original creation was. I've even gone so far, when I was doing theater, I would write histories of my characters to fill in the blanks that the play doesn't say about the character, just to have some subtext. And I've written something about Krillin as well, something you guys don't know. Krillin, I'll tell you the history of Krillin. It starts with Popeye the Sailor. And Popeye was sailing across the Asian coast and stops off in this port and knocks up a little village girl. In her shame, she takes the baby to the Shaolin Temple and drops it on his knees. And that's the part that we don't know about Krillin. The rest of it we know. We know he trained in the temple and started training with Goku under Master Roshi, right? That's the part we don't know. That's why he has mother issues. That's why he has to have a wife. And also, I think that if Krillin would just eat some spinach, I think he goes Super Saiyan even though he's human.